Choose the wrong unit in Thomson Reserve and your neighbors could potentially make 500k more than you in profits. I'm not talking about different developments, I'm talking about choosing the wrong unit within the same development. Thomson Reserve is the most hyped and the most talked about mega development in entire 2026. It has 1,268 units, and on booking day itself, everybody will be rushing to buy the best floor, best stack, and best view. But are all these attributes really the one that make you the most money? I'm here to show you why. Alright, so let me show you two real examples. At Riverfront Residences, a buyer actually bought a high floor, river-facing 3-bed compact for 1.218 million and eventually sold it for 1.63 million. That's a whooping 412k in profits. Sounds pretty good, right? But what if I tell you another buyer bought a low floor, block-facing 3-bed premium at 1.272 million and eventually sold it for 1.928 million, making 656k in profits. That's 244k more at just 60k more during purchase price, despite being a lower floor and having a worse facing. And if you think this is just one example, let me show you another one. Alright, now take a look at Jadescape. A buyer bought a high floor, unblocked 2-bedder at 1.92 million and eventually sold it for 2.25 million, profiting 330k. And another buyer bought a low floor, block facing, 3-bedder, and the crazy part is he bought it 120k cheaper at 1.8 million and eventually sold it for 2.648 million, profiting 848k. That's 518k more in profits despite being a lower floor, block facing, and yet cheaper in purchase price. Maybe we have all this while be focusing on the wrong things when selecting the right unit in a mega development. After analyzing transactions from past mega developments, I found 3 unit selection concepts that every Thomson Reserve buyer should understand by now. Smaller units with great views versus larger units with poorer views. The 22% rule for high floor versus low floor units. And thirdly, the premium gap between a bigger and smaller units. Because the unit that everybody is fighting for on balloting day may not be the one that you should be focusing on. I compiled all these 3 concepts, the transaction data and more case studies into this free selection ebook. So before you walk into the Thomson Reserve and get caught up in the hype, read this first. It should completely change which unit you will choose. Click the link down below and download your full copy right now.